The conflict in Syria is a complex geopolitical crisis that has lasted for more than a decade, leaving deep human and socio-economic consequences. While Russia and Iran have played a significant role in supporting Bashar al-Assad's regime, Syria's long-term stability and prosperity are inevitably tied to Turkey's role as a guarantor for establishing a state of free-minded citizens. Given this complex reality, an analysis highlighting the roles of Turkey, Russia, Iran, and the broader international community is essential. Russia's intervention in Syria in 2015, as noted by Anna Borshchevskaya from the Washington Institute, was primarily aimed at challenging the US-led international order and ensuring the survival of Assad's regime. Supported by Iran and Shiite militias, Russia's intervention achieved certain tactical goals, such as preserving Assad and establishing a military presence in the region. However, strategically, these actions did not offer a long-term solution to the conflict. Backing a repressive regime added further regional instability, threatening peace and security in the wider region. Russia's and Iran's approaches have exacerbated rather than resolved the crisis in Syria. The defense of Assad's regime, accused of severe crimes against humanity and the destruction of Syrian cities, has deepened ethnic and sectarian divisions. Furthermore, this support significantly undermined the political process for resolving the conflict, worsening the suffering of the Syrian people. On the other hand, Turkey's approach is markedly different. Turkey has deep historical and cultural ties with Syria, dating back to the Ottoman Empire. Sharing a border with Syria and hosting over 3 million Syrian refugees, Turkey's interest in a stable and prosperous Syria is direct and urgent. Turkey has also played a crucial role in countering terrorist organizations such as ISIS and the PKK-YPG, which pose threats not only to Syria but also to the region and the international community. Therefore, protecting Syria's territorial integrity remains a priority. This can only be achieved by supporting the creation of a civil state that guarantees the rights of all its residents, enabling the Syrian people to freely choose their leaders and shape their country. Through active engagement, Turkey represents a key guarantor of long-term peace and stability in Syria, offering a model that respects Syrian traditions and the will of its people. Moreover, unlike Russia and Iran, Turkey supports an inclusive political process in Syria that incorporates the interests of all Syrians, regardless of their ethnic, religious, or sectarian background. This approach advocates for a framework that facilitates peaceful coexistence and cooperation among different communities, a stark contrast to Russia's biased approach. This inclusivity is a critical component for building a stable and prosperous Syria. Turkey also supports building accountable institutions capable of responding to the needs of the Syrian people, ensuring their fundamental freedoms and rights. This stands in stark opposition to Russian-Iranian support for an authoritarian regime that undermines democracy, civil liberties, and human rights. Turkey's role in Syria extends beyond providing security. Turkey is one of the largest providers of humanitarian aid to the Syrian people, actively supporting infrastructure reconstruction, healthcare, education, and housing. In Idlib, its support was vital for the opposition, which achieved results in just 11 days that had been unattainable for years. With minimal casualties, these successes demonstrate that with comprehensive military and economic support, significant changes can be realized. Nevertheless, the casualties in Syria, numbering in the hundreds of thousands of dead, tortured, maimed, and raped, compel the world to ensure respect for the dignity of the Syrian people as a key component for recovery and rebuilding the state. The international community must recognize the importance of the moment and support Turkey in this complex mission. Coordinated international cooperation, especially from wealthy Arab states, is needed to ensure long-term stability. This includes humanitarian aid, support for political transitions, investment in infrastructure projects, and prevention of foreign interference that destabilizes Syria. The international community must also accept part of the responsibility for the lack of action in recent years, which allowed the conflict to escalate and bolstered the influence of Russia and Iran. Coordination between Turkey and international forces is crucial for eradicating terrorist organizations, especially the YPG, SDF. which employs violent means to establish an independent state, potentially dragging Syria into new conflicts. Pressure on the international community is necessary to organize investigations and an international tribunal for crimes committed by the Syrian regime. While the Russian-Iranian intervention in Syria served to advance their geopolitical interests, it failed to offer a long-term resolution to the conflict. Turkey, by contrast, has played a pivotal role in building a stable and prosperous Syria that guarantees the rights of all its citizens. The international community must acknowledge the significance of this role and actively engage in humanitarian aid, political transitions and investments in Syria's future. Only through coordinated cooperation can Syria become a country where all its citizens live in peace, prosperity and dignity.
Join Intel Prime channel membership today and get access to exclusive benefits, including early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on Intel products, behind-the-scenes content, live chat with me and other members. Other options will be soon available. Thank you for your support and for helping Intel Prime grow.